Thank you, Danielle. All new at 9. Heroes, of course, come in all shapes and sizes. A Lake Mary man knows that too well. Angel Roddy Naranjo was diagnosed with end-stage kidney disease. He launched a campaign to save his own life. Last month, he underwent surgery to receive a kidney. That kidney donated by a complete stranger. But the story of how they met is really quite incredible. And we're joined this morning by Roddy and his donor, Kristen Scaglione. Great to have you both. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations to both of you. So take me back to what that was like for you to try to get a kidney donated, because the story is truly incredible. You actually found yourself driving through the Bishop Moore High School parking lot. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. After 2 years of dialysis, they told me that it was going to be for my blood type, it was going to be 5 to 8 years waiting period. And as you know, as long as you stayed with dialysis, other stuff could happen. So I decided to do bumper stickers, shirts, and business cards and passed them out. Luckily for me, a officer, Keith Gibson, for the Orlando Police, was doing foot patrol at Bishop Moore High School and spotted one of my magnets. And he called me, and he volunteered and went through all the testing.
And that is where you hit a snag, because you really thought he was going to be your guy, and then it didn't turn out the way you'd hoped.
Absolutely. It was almost like a roller coaster ride. I was, you know, in high because I thought I had a donor, and then he went all the way to the end, and then when they did thorough, almost like pre-op type tests, they found out that he had a unique kidney, and they couldn't risk that. So.
And he was really a hero in this story, too, because he was determined to then find someone, Kristen, who ended up being that person, but find someone who could help you, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Keith, when I first talked to him, he was devastated that he couldn't donate, and of course, now I'm also kind of sad that it didn't happen, but he said, "I'll promise you I'll help you in any way to try to get a kidney."
And that's where Kristen's story comes in. So it was your husband, right, who said, "Kristen, here's a guy we'd like to help." So tell me about what happened there.
I had already decided almost a year ago that I was going to donate a kidney. It just never went through with the process I had watched, and hopefully this will inspire somebody. I had watched a segment on a news station about living donors, and I decided that's something I wanted to do, and I had just put in an application at Florida Hospital to donate a kidney to any stranger in need. They didn't call me, though. It had been almost 2 weeks, and then my husband came home and said, "Keith has somebody that he tested for," and I said, okay. I picked up the phone immediately and called Roddy and said, "What do I need to do?" And he said, "Put the application in at Tampa," and the next day I contacted Tampa, and the testing started in August.
Incredible. And was it O positive, right? You had to be O positive, right? And the other thing I think is such a special part about the story, Kristen, you take really good care of yourself, right? She's a marathon runner. So getting Kristen's kidney is like, right? Like, could you have asked for a better kidney than Kristen's kidney?
Actually, the surgeon, Tampa General, said, "Oh my goodness, you're getting the prime of the prime."
It's the best. It's the best kidney ever. And what's incredible too is that for you wanted to get back to running right away after doing this, right?
Yeah. Yes, I have a half marathon I had already signed up for. I signed up for the full and have dropped now to the half in April. So the biggest thing for me was, number one, if I do this, can I still run? And the answer was yes. So I said, then I'm all in, and I said, the quicker we can do this, the better, and they did it fast.
Tell me about the bond that this has created now between the two of you.
It's eternal bond. You know, it takes a special person to do this, someone that actually cares about folks, humanity, basically, and she saved my life, basically, and this is something that I can never repay her, but it's something that it's an invaluable gift, basically.
It's a beautiful story, and I know, Roddy, that you are on a mission now to let the folks at home know that anyone can do this, right? And it's
Correct.
such a gift.
Correct. Going through the process, knowing that how many folks are waiting for kidneys, according to the NIH, there's 661,000 folks that are with some kind of renal failure. Out of those folks, there's 468,000 people that are on dialysis, and then about 115,000 folks waiting for a transplant. And unfortunately, we lose like 47,000 people each year to this hidden disease.
So sad. It's so sad. So when you go to register for your driver's license, or even if you've already registered, put on there that you're willing to be a donor. And of course, the live donors are even better. So if you can donate a kidney, please do. Kristen and Roddy, thank you both so much. Such a beautiful story, and we're so glad you were able to share it with us this morning.
Sure.
Thanks for being here. Danielle?
It is a beautiful